Hi, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a reading for you for the week of May 12th through the 18th. And do we have a powerful, how are you all feeling? I would say that this is a very sensitive moon. You might feel like you're excavating some deeper layers, some deeper terrain within your emotional body, especially in the wake of Mother's Day, as we look at the universal mother on this planet and the force of divine love when it comes to giving and receiving energy amongst the people closest to us. So I think we're all looking into our relationships, especially during Taurus season, also primarily how we view the world and how we mother ourselves. What is your relationship with yourself, and how willing are you to make important changes so you can live in the fullness of your divine self? What is it that you need to release under the energy of this moon that won't serve you moving forward? Let's now read a little bit. I have an interesting passage that I came across last night in my study of this moon. It's in the Elephant Journal if you want to see the full article, but I'm taking some excerpts from it that are very poignant for the energy of this week. So let's read a little bit. Bear with me. I'll get to the divination part shortly. Face your fears and be free, Scorpio says. That fear is a gateway back to our power. Often how much fear we carry lends itself to how much power we are meant to hold and wield in this lifetime. How deeply can we meet our fears in each moment to embody more of our soul-centered power? Scorpio asks. Often fear is naturally more present as we move closer to the truth. This is the energy of the upcoming full moon in Scorpio, landing on May 12th at 12:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and at 22 degrees of the fixed water sign. Scorpio energy is deep, transformative, cathartic, psychically attuned, sensitive, empathic, and here to remind us that through journeying to our emotional waters and depths, we can return with more of our innate power intact. Scorpio energy doesn't want surface level anything. Go deep or go home. Yet many of us are still learning how to feel safe in the depths of our own emotions, let alone holding that space for another. On the opposing side, because we're still in Taurus season, we have Taurus, reminding us that we need to feel safe first so we can dive deep into the emotional waters of self. Scorpio energy can also bring up all the ways in which we still struggle to have boundaries between self and other, and to let boundaries be as changeable and flexible as they need to be, not concrete walls of isolation, heart walls of emotional avoidance, control and fear patterns trying to keep at bay the intimacy we so desperately crave and need. This is the highest level of self-differentiation, how to hold space for another. We are being forged like a diamond in the alchemy of change and soul growth. The leaders of the new world are rising. The healers, mystics, oracles, alchemists, and way-showers. Allow this full moon to spin shadow into golden thread. Petrify coal into golden nuggets. Use and channel Scorpio intensity and fuel it into your soul alchemy. Let this full moon bring the intensity it needs to get you free and liberated from unnecessary emotional pain and torment. Allow the emotions to move all the way through your body as the vessel for alchemy and healing. Tend to the body. Be the waters within and around you. Alchemy is you. You are alchemy in motion. Slow down enough to be with it. Sink deeper into it. Shedding the skins too constricting of your life force. Become like the snake, primal, shedding skins, kundalini rising, awaken to your power, wild regeneration, feminine, masculine, sacred union, the rebirth and resurrection of shadow back into light. And so it is and shall be. Aho. Amen. Anna Palmer. Thank you. Now, this came by way of Deborah Silverman Astrology. Very poignant moment today in the eons, annals of time, from an evolutionary standpoint of the soul. This she wrote yesterday on Instagram, the prayer for this Taurus-Scorpio full moon. No one tells you that once every 100 years, a team of beings gather together under this exact full moon on this day. The full moon of Buddha's birth and death. It's time to stop. In esoteric law, they wrote of this gathering, letting us know we are being watched and held. May you align with these benevolent beings. They will reflect on the evolution of our species, praying that you are listening and available. They need you. Stop during this full moon. Be quiet. You're invited to sit at the table. Let's pray for forgiveness, humility, and compassion for our human family. We will make it through this small threshold. Offer your life force to the evolution of the new species. I will be standing next to you. Can I count on you? So that, my friends, what a beautiful moment in time as we collectively gather and we shed old skins and we welcome in the birth canal of the new. And no one said it was easy. No one said this was an easy process, but we are doing it collectively together. All right, let's pull in some oracle messages on that note. I'm going to actually shuffle if I can. They're telling me shuffle. Get the energy in there, Jenna. All right. I had to wear black, It's very Scorpio. I don't know many Scorpios that don't enjoy the color black, right? It's got that mood. All right, let's do this. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for the collective today. Unexpected healing, mending, softening, being gentle with one another, expressing kindness, expressing forgiveness, expressing understanding, a melting of the spiritual armor that we may have had to wear for our karmic survival. No longer needed, especially with people on the spiritual path. All right? The collective gathering of the species. Anyone called to this reading? The people that are in your life that see the real authentic you. It's time to soften to them. I think there's going to be some unexpected healing under the light of this moon this week. So be open and receptive to that. And this could be healing with your own divine mother within, right? The divine feminine, mothering and nurturing self, and coming together in the spirit of peace. Unexpected peace. Wow. That's a beautiful message, isn't it? Things coming full circle here. We have 2 circles. Look at that. 2 circles. It's a first full circle moment. The numerology, we have 7 and 1. A new spiritual beginning. Right? A checkpoint, a spiritual checkpoint. Wow. As we step into, oh my gosh, 3 circles. And 11, we have 28 and 28. Wow. Might want to look that up. We've got double 28, which is very rare. And that breaks down to 2 1s. So we do have a strong Metatron, Archangel Metatron presence here, opening up this portal today of this full moon, where we are stepping into the wealth and abundance, the prosperous abundance of an open heart. Look at all the green. Verdant, natural landscape. We've got the red-haired maiden. I'm feeling an innocence coming from the depths and the purity of the soul, and a lot of growth this week. When we look back, it's like, when you have these life review moments and you look back and you realize, I've come a long way on my path, and I want to make peace with it all. And as I journey into the new, I'm walking on hollowed ground, and almost I'm taming the part of myself, right? The horse, taming the part of myself that wants to be free and looking ahead, upward, allowing a little bit of fairy dust to sprinkle its magic, right? It's like the pause before the horse takes off, right? Into a new direction. Let's get some frequencies to coincide with this. Let's now clarify the unexpected. What is unexpectedly unfolding this week for the collective? Presence, unexpected presence. I told you, peace and forgiveness. Forgiving oneself for the shadow and the way it may have led the way during many chapters of your life. We're all softening to self, and there's a wealth there. We have Anya showing up as the great goddess and freedom. There we go. It's like yep, freedom fighters. We are. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful turning point for the collective. The energy of presence supports our ability to focus our full attention and stay in the here and now. So when it comes to all of your connections, try to be as present with people as possible. Listen. Really listen to the words being said. Give people your attention, your undivided attention. You know how hard that is now? We are so distracted. So everywhere you go and everything you do, make that an important part of your day, where you are really paying attention to what people are saying around you and you're really listening with your heart. I think that if you do, you might have an unexpected change. Lean on the people around you. Be present with them. I'm getting that. And then forgiveness. The energy of forgiveness strengthens our capacity to let go of unwanted feelings and emotions. Purge. Purge, baby, purge. Right? Let go. Let go. Feel it. The only way to really alchemize feelings and emotions is to sit with them, to acknowledge them. And it's number 2. I feel like a lot, we have 20 going into 2. So this new beginning, this is having faith that forgiveness is necessary in order to find peace. And then we have freedom with wealth. The energy of freedom supports our sense of limitless possibility and potential, boundless expression, and bold exploration. This is the future. It's forgiving the past, having an unexpected level of presence with every person in your life. There's a new operating system that is fully taking hold now, and we've taken it for a test spin. Now it's time to own the car, so to speak, and get used to it. Get used to all the bells and whistles. These spiritual upgrades are taking hold now in the collective because we are evolving. We go from 5 to 2 to 3. So a lot of us have been doing so much internal shifting. Now it's time to put it into practice. Get used to speaking your truth. Get used to being vulnerable. Get used to trusting heart-centered connections. All right, let's go into the tarot. Let's go into the tarot and see what's going on this week. The Lovers. Whew, letting love in. There might be some big choices in love for a lot of you right now. What to do about a relationship you're in. Or should you choose to be in a relationship? All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, wow. 3 of Wands in reverse. This indicates timing to me. There's something that is happening this week, that if something has been on hold in your life, a situation has been stalling, there is going to be the wait is over. Spirit's like, it's time for you all to keep your hearts open. You know, I'm getting a time's up. It's almost like a spiritual mandate for all of us to really embody the awakened heart and to move through the world with love flowing through. A lot of people are opening up into a timeline of beautiful abundance. Ace of Cups. There could be a lot of shifts this week when it comes to divine love. The wait is almost over. If a lot of you are wanting a new relationship energy, whether it's an existing relationship or a brand new person, love is unfolding. Pure love. That's the Ace of Cups. It's a hopeful heart. And 9, look at that. We got the 10 of Cups. But see, this is also too, the Ace of Cups is knowing that your connection to spirit is only one breath, one thought, one moment. It is you. It is you. They're almost saying, we're so close, you forget we're here. Hey, all you got to do is tap in. Tap in. If you're ever lonely, if you ever feel like, you're going through a rough moment, I've been doing this so much more. I don't know if you've even noticed in my readings. You cannot feel disconnected if you put your hand over your heart. Somehow, I feel my inner child saying hello. I feel my guides saying hello. I feel my ancestors saying hello. I feel the voice in my chest. So speak, chant, sing. Put your hand on your heart and feel it. It's like Spirit saying, feel your hearts. Feel them. Let them lead you. Because that's where your fulfillment lies. Is it often not our worst experiences is when our heart is closed? There's going to be a surprising opening of people's hearts where if you've had people that have had closed hearts around you, you could be very surprised by what unfolds this week, because there's a lot of emotional fulfillment. This you have to teach yourself first, to love self first. Spirit is saying love self so deeply that is your source of emotional fulfillment. It's right there. It's always been there. It's always been there. Wow. Deep, deep spiritual love current flowing through everyone this week. Oh my God. And a beautiful healing. This is a healing moment for the collective. It's like we're kneeling on this earth and we're honoring our emotions. And we're coming into balance with our deepest wishes. We're actually living out our deepest fulfillment when it comes to the expression of love. And it's an every now moment. Every now moment. It's that hard and that simple. Ooh, I'm feeling like an emotional balance like never before on this planet between the beings who are awakened. I love that. Blame is a language of the unawakened heart. So heal your hearts. Allow yourself to be loved by you in the deepest depths of your being. For we are made of stars. I think more and more when you're on the path, you just realize how precious life is. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, the sun. Unbridled joy. Harmony. Harmony. Don't we want harmonious experiences? When we're in harmony with self, the sun, the 4-1, love is deepening, root and ground in it. There are commitments flying left and right. Wow. And I know the journey's been hard. This is it. Do we have what it takes? Are you ready to build something long term? It's like, it's not going to be easy, right? Do you want to look at what you're building in your life from a place of hardship and burden, or a place of freedom and wishes coming true? This is when we need to turn inward and realize that we are responsible for our own inner joy. And whatever we do on the outside is truly a reflection of what we're doing on the inside. I feel like a lot of people are going through a tremendous rite of passage at this time where we're laying the burdens down from the past, the 10 of Wands, and we are attracting and glowing. This is a huge glow up for the collective as we step into a higher vibration. And it's coming from a more whole and healed heart frequency. And when you surpass the threshold of operating from shadow into the light of your own consciousness, you become your own light source. And it's something that can sustain you even in your hardest moments. Oh my God, look at that. And it leads to true wealth and prosperity of the soul. We are made to glow. It's why when you look at the Ascended Masters, they had halos. They glowed. There's beautiful divine timing at play and a lot of attraction flying this week. Scorpio does rule sex, love, death, rebirth. You could feel like you're going through a complete overhaul in your even feeling good in your body, feeling good in a particular connection. A lot of you are marching straight into long-term commitment and the excitement and the changes that are taking hold. It's like it's time to lay down your wands. You've been collecting them and carrying them on the karmic path. It's time to root and ground in a sense of enlightenment now, joy and hope. The star and the sun and the wheel of fortune, my friends, with the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands for the week. I mean, this is going to be a beautiful week. The wait is over. Lay your burdens down. Get comfortable in the sanctuary of your heart where your light shines within. I feel like we're all being reoriented to go more inward to a lighter state of being. And now we're calling in connection and commitment to friends, alliances, co-partnerships, love bonds, romantic union. This is elevating from our own elevation into the 3D reality. Let's get some advice. Nope, they don't want me to pull that one. They want me to go with light seers. Let's get some. Actually, before I get advice, I want to get a work your light, because it feels like a beautiful week of working your magic. There's a lot of, it's almost like your true self is saying, come on, let me, hold the reins. Let's get on this horse. Let's go for a journey. Let's go on a new adventure. That's what it feels like. It's a new adventure full of a lot of riches, right? A lot of emotional riches, financial riches. Anything you want to commit to long term, it's coming forward this week. Whether it's a new career endeavor, a new person. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Look at that. And we have this as well. Similar frequency. Even the colors. Look at that. This is a week to ground in your own vibration and let it reverberate out. We need moments of solitude, quietude. Let's see. This is the self-care for the week. So get grounded in your practices. Be diligent with your routines. Oh, wow. Number 66. So that might apply to some of you if you like those numbers. Let's see. You're being called to get grounded, to ensure that your luminous field is clear and your inner well is full. If you're not grounded, it is too easy to get swept up in other people's energy and mistake it for your own. Your boundaries will become blurred as you are absorbing the energies around you and struggling to define what is their stuff and what is yours. If you pull this card, you're very likely an empath or a highly sensitive person and need time alone to fill up your well, balance your energy, and get grounded. So make sure you give yourself time, especially today, to ground in your own energy. I did a lot of that yesterday and it was so impactful. Wrote, journaled, it's a catharsis this moon. So give yourself that time. There are two types of people: from those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. Reflect on which one you are. I'm sorry, I think I read that wrong. There are two types of people: those who draw their energy from others and those who draw their energy from within. That's interesting. Which one are you? So reflect on that and carve out time each day to ensure your well is being replenished. Being sensitive is a superpower, but like all powers, it needs to be nurtured in order to be fulfilled. It is easy to get swept up in the high frequency energies that are swirling around the planet. The quickest and most effective way of clearing all this from your field is to ground yourself by connecting with Mother Earth. There are many ways to get grounded. One of the most powerful ones is to practice earthing by connecting to the power of Mother Earth. Spend time in nature. Put your hands on a tree. Your palms are extensions of your heart chakra, or walk barefoot on the earth. Beautiful. I'm actually planning on doing that later today. I've got a favorite spot. So it's interesting that came out. go to your favorite nature spots this week and allow yourself to ground. It's a way to receive. I love that. Nature is always a powerful ally for us all on the path. Okay, now let's get some important advice. I can't get over the frequencies coming in. Very high energies of peace and understanding, enlightenment, and healing. Overall, there's a lot of happiness and joy, groundedness, dropping of burdens, and focusing on what makes you happy this week and not delaying it, not putting it off, right? And doing everything that you do with love. Eight of Wands. Signs, synchronicities on the path, powerful movement forward on the new timeline, in the new adventure, in the new beginning. It's a new beginning in love. Dropping the burden down. There's a Ten of Wands. We had that before. And doing the healing work. There is so much healing coming through this week. We need the pause. We need the sacred pause. It's how we draw energy from the universe. I personally like to do it from within. It's much better, much easier, isn't it? Than pulling energy from people. Wow. So there is a laying of the heavy burden, the spiritual burden, right? Of maybe not feeling as connected. But this week, this is a deeply connecting week with the cosmos, with these energetic forces, these benevolent beings. Our angels are drawing near to support us on the path. So we can actually reach for greater fulfillment, greater stability, greater prosperity, and greater love. What's at the bottom of the deck? Ace of Pentacles. A new journey commences. Wow. Where we're coming out of any kind of illusion. It is a crossroads moment. I think this is a big choice point for the collective around our soul bonds and powerful movement forward. I think all of us are aligning with our highest timeline. That's the Ten of Pentacles. And we have it combined with the Ten of Cups. It's like that new beginning you're looking for, or that last little, like the holy grail of love, that last cup, right? So a lot of you know how to make yourselves happy. Now we're actually being met with energies outside of us that are matching that. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's now get into Mark Nepo. This feels like a very smooth reading today. So I feel like if you've had some intensity leading up to this full moon, I feel like this is kind of like the breaking point, and then the release today, and then just a deepening. All right. Oh, this is short. May 12th, being direct. Everyone's bald underneath their hair. Susan McHenry. We waste so much energy trying to cover up who we are, when beneath every attitude is the want to be loved, and beneath every anger is a wound to be healed, and beneath every sadness is the fear that there will not be enough time. When we hesitate in being direct, we unknowingly slip something on, some added layer of protection that keeps us from feeling the world, and often that thin covering is the beginning of a loneliness which, if not put down, diminishes our chances for joy. It's like wearing gloves every time we touch something, and then forgetting we chose to put them on. We complain that nothing feels quite real. In this way, our challenge each day is not to get dressed to face the world, but to unglove ourselves so that the doorknob feels cold, and the car handle feels wet, and the kiss goodbye feels like the lips of another being soft and unrepeatable. As you breathe, let each breath undress your being of attitude, of mood, of history. As you breathe, feel your skin beneath your clothes. As you breathe, feel your being just beneath your skin. Wow. Unglove ourselves so we actually remember to feel. Yeah, I feel like a lot of us have had a lot of spiritual armor during karmic survival. And now as we drop that and we welcome ourselves more deeply home, we're feeling everything so much more. And it is a sensitive time. But it's a beautiful time too. Let's now I want to pull a Time Traveler's Oracle because it feels like we're all embarking on some new things. Let's see what comes out for the week. Time Traveler's Oracle by Denise Lynn. If you're curious, this will be in the description box. Oh, wow. Freedom! Another one. This is the week of freedom. Look at that. As we stand, this is the 1963 I Have a Dream speech. And I was talking about freedom fires too. It's like the spirit of emancipation, the spirit of sovereignty, the spirit of authentic truth. Let's read freedom, number 16, going into 7, which is a very spiritual octave. Interesting. All right. We are in I like this deck because we're actually going to go travel. We're traveling to 1963, Washington, D.C., on a day of special historical importance. It's August 28th, 1963, and we're standing in the crowd of 250,000. We have a good view of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the famed Baptist minister and civil rights activist. He's beginning his I Have a Dream speech, and the crowd is mesmerized. We feel honored to witness this defining moment of the American civil rights movement. King begins his speech with a reference to Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation, which declared freedom for the millions of slaves. He then laments, 100 years ago, the life of the Negro is still crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. Tears spring in my eyes as he describes his dream of equality and solidarity for all within the nation and says, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. The most quoted line in this, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We both leave feeling inspired and uplifted. His final words ringing in our ears, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. The Time Traveler's message. You are being called to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not allow yourself to be trapped by convention or by the expectations of others. Break free from anyone or anything that imprisons or restricts you. Fling your arms to the heavens. What fetters your mind, body, or soul? If you have a relationship, a career, or a lifestyle that constricts you, it's time to consider some changes. You can't always choose your life circumstances, but you can choose your response to those events and how you define them. Select meanings that empower you. You can choose to feel unrestrained and free no matter what is happening. You can decide to experience freedom, even in limiting situations. Yeah, I think that we're dropping the burden and we're freeing ourselves. We have it repeating here twice, and then under the higher octave of freedom, what we're leaning into is really opening up to supporting the beliefs that anything is possible, that is limitless. Our potential, our expression, and our exploration of self and of the world. It's like, whew, I feel like we're breaking free of the chains that have held us back. And we're opening up into new ways of seeing the world, new ways of being with each other. And we have the Hermit energy at the bottom. What a karmic year it's been, my friends. Talk about shining a light in the darkness. Anyone who has come to this reading, I want to thank you. I want to honor how hard and diligently you're working in your family dynamics, in your family systems, and all the parts that you're trying to integrate in order to heal. You're making a difference and you matter. You are being guided lovingly by so many non-physical beings at all times. And I'm just proud. I am so deeply proud of all the willingness that you've shown to yourself and to the universe to change, to transform, to grow, and to elevate in your very consciousness. It's making a difference. Thank you. Take care, you all. Namaste.